Hello class. Today we're going to be kickboxing. Kickboxing is primarily a cardio-based workout and overall a whole body workout, as it involves all parts of your body because of its cardio-based nature. Because of its cardio-based nature and its association with combat sports, most of the training is reliant on functional training, meaning that the basis of the weight distribution of these workouts are to facilitate combat experiences or fancy and flashy movements. These movements can include punches and kicks primarily. However, footwork is just as important. First, we're going to have the warm-up. Second, we're going to have the actual exercise. Third, we're going to have the cool down. However, we're going to have variations and more variations. For our workout, we're going to use the jump rope. We jump rope because it facilitates movement and keeps you at the balls of your feet. And it is essential for whole body circulation, and it looks cool. Our first variation of the jump rope is the beginner's double leg skip. This is pretty easy for beginners. It's not all that intense. Ironically, even though it is a beginner's jump rope skip, it is actually not the easiest kind of skip you can do, and you'll find out shortly. For the second variation, this is going to be the boxer skip. That's kind of a name a lot of people call it because, as you notice, a lot of boxers, they have a kind of specific foot pattern they do. It's high-paced, a little bit more high-paced than the first one we did. It's a little bit more advanced, so it's going to take a lot of learning at first. However, the more you do it, eventually you'll get better at it. But it is, once you get the hang of it, it is actually easier than the first variation because you're alternating legs and giving both legs time to actually breathe and recover. The third variation is actually a harder version of the second one. This is at a higher tempo, meaning that you can't skip a beat or else you're gonna trip up. And yeah, you alternate both legs and it kind of looks like you're running. You may trip up a lot more because this is pretty advanced, so it is essential that you kind of keep a tempo in your head and you can just go at your own pace. This fourth variation, this is what you call a crossover. You could see it in a lot of people who actually jump rope or who like jump rope. They do it in high paces. I'd say this is one of the most difficult techniques of jump rope, but eventually you will get it. But the point of this variation is to make it more difficult for you or advanced for you. For our fifth variation, you could tell I do like the jump rope, and above all else, this is a really good warm-up. This is boxers, kickboxers, pretty much combat sports people use. This right here is probably the most difficult one. You have to jump really high and you kind of let the rope go over you twice, meaning that you have to use your wrist to get it over twice as fast. For our first part of the workout, we are going to use weighted shadow boxing techniques. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. The range could be from anywhere from 1 to 5 pounds, preferably 3, because this really is a good exercise to tone out your arms. The moment you put these weights down, you should be a lot faster because your body has temporarily become accustomed to boxing with 3 to 5 pound arms, essentially. This helps you in your technique because you're forced to kind of slow down your punches and focus on technique. And you can do this from 5 to 10 minutes. Second workout we have going on are pretty much normal push-ups, nothing crazy. You can do 10, 20 reps. It's not really all that important. in terms of the goal of a kickboxing class, but it helps condition your shoulders and chest. For your core, for the nature of this workout, a tight core and strong core is very important. So I would recommend a minute or two plank. The longer you do it, the more you do it, the more you're gonna get used to it, and the minute will be nothing. Then you can amp it up to maybe even 3 minutes, and if you're crazy, 5 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. Yeah, speaking about a tight and strong core, yeah, I wasn't playing. Here we have a boxer's version of a sit-up. A lot of people will do the traditional hands on your head type stuff, but a lot of the cases, people practice this stuff on their own. Unless they have weights to plant their feet, they do it kind of like a half crunch. So yeah, here we have ab crunches, and there are two variations with this. This is the second one. You do it from the side, kind of works out the side of your core and kind of part of your back. And yeah, I'm going to show you the other side as well, because show from different angles, get you a better understanding of what it is. For an additional exercise, you have a medicine ball. Doesn't really matter how heavy it is, but yeah, you could pretty much just slam it to the ground. It's just to improve explosiveness. That is the main purpose of this workout. Just slam it, pick it up, slam it again, and kind of just feel it as it comes all the way down. Here is another version of it, variation of it. It's just to improve rotation. Yeah, it doesn't matter the weight. So here's the fun part: learning to actually box or kickbox. So right now I'm showing you the jab. It's nothing too crazy. You don't overextend yourself. It's just kind of just put your hand out there, you know, to gauge your reach. That's what it's really used for, to set up combinations. Now I'm showing you the cross. It's usually your power hand. It's coming from the farther shoulder, so that's what creates the power, because there's more distance between that hand and somebody's face potentially. But yeah, here it is, slowly. Yeah, it's all about the torque of your feet too. Just learning how to shift your weight. The more you do it, you'll eventually get it. It'll come to you. But yeah, that's just the 1-2 right there, kind of spamming it. And yeah, 1-2, right hook, left hook, and then right uppercut, left uppercut. Those are 6 primary punches you'll typically learn in the kickboxing class. There's all of them all together. Yeah, you gotta remember to pivot and kind of feel the energy and flow come from the ground there. That's why my feet's doing that. Yeah, kind of showing off there. But yeah, those are the 6 basic punches you should know. Now for kicks. Yeah, it's a kickboxing class. So yeah, just remember to be light on your feet. That's why we were jump roping. That's the main purpose, get you used to being the balls of your feet. So yeah, it's pretty much, you can kick farther than you can punch, meaning that there's greater range. So yeah, that's kind of a low kick. It's with your lead leg, meaning your front leg, and that's your back leg. It's usually your more powerful one, but kicks being kicks, they're more powerful regardless. So yeah, so that's kind of a roundhouse, a lower roundhouse. That's kind of a mid roundhouse towards the middle of the body. But yeah, it's, yeah, for front kicks, also referred as the teep, you have to kind of, it's awkward. Like, you have to kind of hunch over and then kick, because you have to remain in balance. So that's the front one right there. And then, yeah, it's kind of like a jab because it's closer. And yeah, here I'm going to show you a movie type roundhouse everybody wants to learn. So yeah, you kind of just, it has to be really fast. You can't telegraph it because it's really easy to get countered there. But yeah, there's a fast one. It's usually done with the rear leg. And yeah, for cooldowns, it's not really too crazy. It's self-explanatory. Just stretch out your legs. You've used them a lot. You need more blood flow to those muscles to recover. Just shift your weight from each foot to the other. Improve your flexibility. Kind of do like a like a half split. But yeah, you can kind of just go back and forth for however long you feel comfortable for, preferably maybe 30 seconds to a minute. Here we have the butterfly stretch. You kind of just get your back to curve a little bit. Also to help with flexibility, yeah, just stay there. Depends on how flexible you are. You don't have to go all the way down if you can't. But yeah, it's not too crazy. Yeah, everything's good. So yeah, here's the jab in action. Literally nothing too crazy, just jab. And here is the jab and the cross together. Here we have a jab, cross, and right hook. But yeah, this is kickboxing. I hope you enjoyed the presentation and actually put this workout to use.